Nervous as hell. But I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to rock.
On the side musicals through is written Kevin Tarte, passion, ambition, and discipline. Is it true? The interview was in St. Petersburg, yeah.
Yeah, those are passion for music is really important, and for me, and I think for any musician. And discipline is the only way that a singer can let go and then really interpret the songs, is when you've really worked the process of learning the music and knowing everything you can about the text and the character. And it makes me feel that I am free then. It brings me the freedom then to be the whole performer that I can be. The German word is Ehrgeiz, and I have a lot of that. I like to. The best thing about music is it makes you always get out of bed in the morning and say, yes, I have something wonderful to do. My whole life has been this way, and I like to give that energy to the people that are around me. I really like to touch people in their hearts, and that's the place where I sing from and the place where I try to really touch people, because I think that's the most important thing that an artist can do, is speak to their soul, speak to their art, to their heart. And the intellect is nice, but it's also... Intellect is important, yes, but the heart is much faster. The brain is slow and stupid sometimes. Still to play is definitely Jean Valjean in Les Miserables. I definitely want to do that role. There's many great roles, but that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to doing still. And it needs a certain ripeness, and I'm ready now. I am what I am. It's my world that I want to take a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I grew up in a big family, 5 kids in my family. I have 3 older brothers and a younger sister. And
you're a rich man.
So, yeah. So, was a lot of action in the house. And I grew up in a sport house. Everyone played tennis, or I was on the swimming team, and it was sports. I played some sport, but I really was not that interested in sports. I was really interested pretty early in music and theater, and so it was kind of difficult in the beginning because I kind of, hid it. I didn't, and because everyone was talking about sports at the table, at dinner, but then I found my way, and my father then saw it when I was about, I think, 13 or so, and then he made me change schools and start working towards a theater, and thank God. And my parents really supported me. They really were like, go do this. Yeah, and it's something very special. And they helped me have a long education where I really had a long time to study, and helped me in a lot of ways. My father died early when I was 21. So, but he got me a job in Alaska, working in the oil business for 3 years, and I made a lot of money. and to pay for my school in New York. And I wanted to go to New York to school. And so then I had enough money to go, and I studied then 5 years at the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York. It's a great music conservatory.
When I was 35, it was a very good year.
Today you are famous as an opera, musicals, and so on. Why did you choose these genres? What did it give?
I always liked musical. When I grew up, my mom listened to musicals in the day on the records, you know. So I heard them all the time. She was cleaning the house and, you know, looking at the garden, and after us kids and cooking, and we heard musicals. And my dad would come home at night and I heard opera at night. And so I really loved the opera. But as I got into it, and I did Cats in Hamburg when I was first starting out, after I did Student-ptince, and I liked the dynamic of the energy of the performers. And I liked the way they were dancers and singers, and everyone moved, and it was much more physical and engaged and dynamic. And I just thought, and I was in the opera, and I thought, opera is stress. It's, you know, it's music, and it's got to be this way, and it has to fit in the track, and it's about the music and the singing, and it's not so much about the acting or the things. It's changed a lot in the 25 years that I've been in Europe, and but it's at that time I just thought, why wait until they catch up to where I want to be? And I saw in the musicals that it was wide open with acting and moving and dancing and singing, and I thought, it's faster, and it fits me better. So I made a decision. 5 years I tried the musical thing, and if I didn't like it, I go back to the opera. Before I graduated, I got a job to sing the Prince in an operetta in the Student-prince from Sigmund Romberg in Heidelberg, in the German castle up on the hill, an open-air summer festival. And so I flew to Frankfurt, and I got out of the plane, and I got in a train, and then I got in a taxi, and the taxi set me out on the marketplace in Heidelberg. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going back to America.
And you said that you worked in Alaska.
Yeah.
You worked in the oil company in Alaska. Do you understand Russians more better?
No, but I was very close to Russia, and so I got a feeling of how it must be to live in Siberia, because I was in Point Barrow, and Ikpikpak and Camp Lonely, and all over the north slope of Alaska, way up there. 3 winters, and yeah, it was an intense time, but it was a very good time, because it was sort of like a military, you know. We worked 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, and I learned how to work, and I learned how to make money, and I learned how to take responsibility and fit in a big company. And I worked in the office. I did all the cost engineering. And
do you mind that it helps you in your singing career?
Yeah, because it taught me 2 things. It taught me how special it is to be able to spend your life being a musician, which I say is never work. Musician is a Tätigkeit. Which means it's a gift to do this. And then there's work. That's work. And I've had a lot of jobs where I work, and then I have a lot of music too. So you have to know the difference to really know the difference between really enjoying something you have passion about. And if you work, sometimes you don't have passion about your work because it's a job. Yes. But if you can change your mind to say, no, this work makes my life with my family and my wife or my kids or whatever very, very intense and special, then work is just as good as having a passion for music, you know. But it's here.
So, and what about your brothers and sisters? You are a singer, and who they are?
They're totally different. And it's really fun when we get together, because my oldest brother Tim is an engineer. He works for Boeing, that makes airplanes, you know. And my second other brother lives in Los Angeles, in Manhattan Beach. And he is a banker. He's married to a wonderful woman, and she looks after him, and they have 2 kids. And my oldest brother Tim has 2 daughters, and they are both fantastic young ladies. And then my other brother Terry was just visiting me here in Europe 4 weeks ago, and he has a kitchen store. He puts kitchens. He's a carpenter, and he makes kitchens and puts them in people's houses. And he has a wonderful wife and 2 kids also. And then there's Kevin, and I'm single and I'm a singer, and I am married to my music, and I travel all over the world singing. And my sister is a doctor. She does cancer for women, for breast cancer, and she's she's a hero. She's really a hero. She's done so many wonderful things for people, and help them really cure them, and help them and explain to them the process of the therapy that they have to go through chemotherapy. Yeah, and she's got a great feeling to do this, and I'm really proud of her. And she's a lot of fun. So when I go home, we have big dinners and everyone there, and there's a lot of really nice energy that really fills my heart again.
That one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strode with his last.
Yeah, I met Kevin Tarte 20 years ago in Stuttgart. He started to get auditions, for musicals, and we had directly a wonderful connection because I lived 2 years in New York, and so we had a lot to share, and and I felt very, very close to his character, to his person, to him as a human being, and finally I've seen him as an actor, as a singer on stage, and I thought he's a wonderful artist, and we became friends for over the whole years.
Someone to hold you too close, someone to hurt you too deep.
Well, the goal of my life, I think, is to be a communicator, to communicate to people through my experience and through my music. I try to put it together and speak to my audience, to their heart, because that's where I sing from. My teachers taught me that early, that you need to sing from your heart if you really want to touch your audience. And so I make sure that I keep myself clear and clean, that I can be a channel of good energy, and so that sounds kind of crazy, but it actually is really wonderful, and it's enough. I mean, it makes me feel like jumping out of bed every day.
I bang my own drum, some think it's noise, I think it's pretty, and so what if I love each feather?
Have you ever had a day when you want to give up?
Yes.
Tell me about this day.
Those are the days when it's not about giving up the music. It's like, I never want to give up because it's just not my way of doing things. But there's the days where I really think, did I do it right? Or did I make the wrong decisions? But the older you get, the good thing is I've learned to be really happy with the decisions I made, because they did bring me many wonderful things. And so, yeah, I think I'm okay. I've done a good job so far, and I'm working on it still. I think every day you have to redecide how much you want to have from your life. So get busy instead of sad.
There is a lot of misunderstanding now in politics, in the world. Countries become far and far from each other. Is there a place for music?
I think music is the most important part of the whole, in the cultural landschaft, the cultural, scene is such an important part, because, like I said, music and art always touches people in their emotions and in their heart, and it's the thing that really connects people again, because the politics is like what I said before, is like the mind thing. You know, this is all, and this they forget that like my last song in the concert, Anthem, is a song that I sing because the text says it's about our hearts. It's about my grown up in America heart, but my heart lives in Europe now for many years, 30 years. And I'm here to sing today to touch people in Russia in their hearts. And it's the hearts of my friends that are German that are here with me from the Student-ptince here in Stuttgart. We are the ones individually that touch things and connect things. It's not always our governments, you know, and I think they will come and go. But we, the people, in our hearts, we will be there always, and that's our country. It's the hearts of the people, and so I look at politics like, I mean, yeah, America's crazy right now.
Every country is crazy right now, you know.
So whatever the vehicle is, you know, a Partnerschaft for cities, it means we come together. And it means we, the people, come together, and also our governments and our representatives. It's important that they communicate. And it's important that I'm here to sing, because I touch the people in the audience. They do the political thing and the cultural thing, but my job is to be here and sing to the Russian people.
Yeah. No, I found it very interesting to especially to work with Kevin Tarte, because he's American, but he lives in Stuttgart since 20 years. He has his 20th anniversary for his artistic life. We have the 25th anniversary from Stuttgart, and we are coming for the German delegation with an American artist who lives in Stuttgart to Russia on a day who is a very special day for your country, and I think this is a wonderful statement.
Fish in the sea, you know how I
So, could you tell me about your visit to Samara? Do you like the city? How are you preparing for your concert here?
Yeah. No, yesterday I was on the Volga here, and it was beautiful to see the city and to see the people and to see how much it's changing and growing. I like the little wooden houses from, you know, the old, it reminds me of America. It looks like old American houses, sort of, you know, where I come. Because, yeah, there's a lot of Finnish and Russians that came to America. So this architecture is also there, especially in the Northwest where I come from. So, and I like the culture, the orchestra is fantastic. The people are fully fooled by with their energy from their heart and with their intelligence, and it's beautiful to see every part of it.
It is the last light to fade into the